Guys, how is it going? Tel here. Welcome back to the channel. Now today on the channel we are going to be talking all things the Batman. Now do not worry, this is a spoiler free review. So we have also got a little Funko Pop pickup to look at. If you saw my Instagram, you all know what that is. If you don't follow me on Instagram yet, why not? So my Instagram is Tel Talks YT. Give me a little follow in there and I'm sure I'll follow you guys back. So yeah, we'll look at the little Funko Pop later on, but first let me give my initial thoughts on the film The Batman. Okay guys, so as I said, do not worry, this is a spoiler free review. First thing I should mention, the film was of course nearly 3 hours long, but for me sitting in the cinema it didn't really feel like a 3-hour film. There was lots of like stages and as the film progressed, but as the film progressed I didn't really feel like it was dragging at all. It was quite a nice transition from scene to scene, but yeah, I think once you see the film, I don't think it really feel like a 3-hour movie. I've seen a much shorter film, so I felt like a lot more of a drag compared to that. Now, one thing I probably should say about the film is what would be my favourite part. But for me, I actually loved the beginning. There was some scenes at the beginning with like a bit of narration, and I was a massive fan of that. And to be honest, it might be a bit of a criticism. I don't think there was a moment in the film that I enjoyed as much as the beginning. I think it was around the first 10 to 15 minutes. I've never really seen that in a film before, the way it was narrated and shot. Some really cool sequences, the way it was filmed. But yeah, I think the beginning was my favourite, so maybe a slight criticism there that there was a better moment in the film for me. But yeah, once you see the beginning, I'm sure you know what I mean. To do with the shadows and the darkness, there's a little clue for you. As for the Riddler, I am a massive fan of Paul Dano. Now when I was younger, there was a film I watched called The Girl Next Door, which me and my brother watched all the time. We loved the film, and Timothy Olyphant was in that, and of course he's the Marshal in The Mandalorian now, and now we've got Paul Dano who's the Riddler. So it's funny to see Timothy Olyphant and Paul Dano in such big roles and in iconic franchises now. But of course I know Timothy Olyphant has done Hitman and some loads of other big films, and Paul Dano done that film with Daniel Radcliffe, was it Swiss Army Man, something like that. Yeah, I know they've done other films, but it's funny to see them in big franchises now. But yeah, I thought Paul Dano done a really good job as the Riddler, completely different to Jim Carrey's version of the Riddler. And but there was a cool little Easter egg I saw. I did see that the glasses Paul Dano was wearing was actually Jim Carrey's glasses when he played the Riddler. So that was a cool little fact that I read online. Another big thing that I was a fan of was the relationship between Batman and Commissioner Gordon. I think they were probably the best type of scenes in the film. Every time they met up by the bat symbol, yeah, just really enjoyed their moments. You knew like you had to be quiet and listen closely as they're trying to riddle through all these clues. But yeah, really good on-screen chemistry with Commissioner Gordon and the Batman on screen. And finally, guys, before we look at the pop, I'll just say a few things that I didn't like. For me, there wasn't that big moment in the film where I was just like, well, that's an impressive moment, or that's a really cool scene. Like, we just never got that really impactful moment. Once the film finished, I was like, oh, is that it? Is that it? So I know it's the introduction to Batman and Robert Pattinson's Batman and Matt Reeves' version of Batman, but I just felt there wasn't that scene where I was just like, that was a massive blockbuster scene. So that was a bit of a disappointment for me. Do let me know in the comment section below, do you guys agree, or if I'm a totally wide of the mark. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. And finally, my other bit of criticism would be, I just felt there was a lack of personality from Batman. What I mean by that, I thought like most of Batman's personality come from when he was narrating and just talking to the audience instead of his on screen. Like there were scenes with Catwoman where Catwoman's like talking to him, but he hardly said anything back. And then there was a few scenes with Bruce Wayne and Alfred, and then Bruce Wayne at one of the funerals. And again, Bruce Wayne said very, very little. So most of like Robert Pattinson's acting, like when he was talking, was not even him on screen, which is quite disappointing. I wanted to see a bit more personality from Robert Pattinson on screen, not off the screen. But yeah, so that would be my criticisms. I don't think there was a big impactful moment in the film, despite it being a 3-hour film. There just wasn't that bit where I'm like, that is my favourite moment. My favourite moment, like I said, was in the first 10 to 15 minutes, which doesn't really happen with films. And yeah, like I said, I just don't feel there was enough on-screen acting from Robert Pattinson. But it's not his fault, it's just the way the film was portrayed maybe, but I do think Robert Pattinson made a really good Batman and a Bruce Wayne. I just wish we saw more of him talking on camera. But that is my initial review. I do apologise if I've said too much or too little. Do let me know your guys' thoughts if you've seen the film in the comment section below. But now guys, let's look at the Funko Pop that I picked up from HMV. Okay guys, here's the pop, and like I said, if you saw on my Instagram, we managed to find the Selina chase. Now I wasn't going to collect the Batman pops, but I saw this sitting on the shelf and I had to pick it up. So there we go. The Selina chase Catwoman Funko Pop from the Batman. The pop, it feels like it may have a bit of damage. I'm not sure. The box just doesn't feel as square. I'm not sure if it's been dropped or been crushed. I think it has been crushed a little bit. But yeah, delighted to pick up the chase. I didn't see any other chases when I was out. This one, like I said, was from HMV. Went into a few stores, went into the Entertainer, went into Game, went into Asda. I think that was it, yeah. And this one was in HMV. I got to the till and the cashier said that was on the shelf for 40 minutes. It's surprised he was surprised it lasted on the shelf for that long. But yeah, I think he was a bit jealous that I picked it up. It sounded like he wanted to pick it up after he finished his shift. But yeah, really pleased to pick this one up. I probably will get a few more of the pops. I love the look of the Riddler one, and I like the look of the Pop in the Box exclusive Bruce Wayne. I think I probably will pick up that one. Probably won't complete the rest of the line, but if I see a chase in the wild like that, I probably will have to get it. Do let me know in the comment section, guys, have you managed to bag yourself a Selina chase yet? It's quite ironic because I don't really collect DC pops that much, and I've still not seen Peacemaker. To be fair, there's a lot of DC films that I've not actually seen yet. But for those who are regular viewers on the channel, you will recall that I have got the Joker Chase Funko Pop. Now I got this one in I was going to say a mystery box, but I didn't. I ordered the Joker from a store called Razzmatazz. I think it's in Weymouth. And yeah, I managed to pack the Joker chase. So I've got 2 DC pops now. And yeah, they're both Chase Funko Pops, which is really cool. Saying that, I think I've got a Two-Face. I've got a Mr. Freeze. And I think I've got the common Joker as well. But yeah, nice to add 2 chases to my DC collection. I don't think I've got any Marvel chases. No, I don't think I do. I don't think I've got any Marvel chases, which is incredible. I've got over 200 Marvel pops and not one chase, but I've got about 5 DC pops and 2 of them are chases. But there we are, guys. So that was my initial review on the Batman. Do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I am really interested to get into some Batman debates with you guys. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys back here soon for a brand new video. See you later.